Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a foundation review today. This is the Fahora foundation. I have seen this foundation all over Instagram and I was like, ooh, gotta snag it. So today we'll be doing kind of like a demo review, wear test kind of thing. I hope this is my right shade because I did get it off the internet and we got somewhere to go today, so I need this to be the right shade. It's a cute little bottle. Okay, so now this, what's this shake? It says that it's full coverage foundation, naturally flawless, oil controlling, lightweight feel. Okay. Your girl loves full coverage, so gotta put my skin first. First of all, this is why I always wear a braid in my hair, because all this hair in my face, I'm not feeling it. Okay. Okay, I think we'll be okay. Alright, so first we're gonna start off with OMG, need a primer. I'm just gonna go ahead and use my Hourglass primer today. Don't want to use too much because it does leave a little bit of a white cast if you use too much. But velvety and smooth. I think we've already talked about this primer before. Excuse me. Curls came out to play today, so. See, there's that white cast on my face. I don't know how I feel about that. Something behind your ear because it's still in the way. Curls came out to play today though. Okay, moving along. This doesn't have a, oh yes it does. It's a 106 Warm Sun. So let's see if it's, ooh. It's very thick. It's probably like the thickest foundation I've ever used. It does not go there. This is about 3 pumps. Excuse them out there, they having too much fun. But this is about 3 pumps of foundation, what I would normally use with any foundation. I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques foundation brush. Ooh, this is very thick. It's kind of scary how thick it is. Ooh, honey. Okay. Real test is, let's see if it covers up these scars. Because Aunt Flo is here to play. She's letting it be known that she's here, honey. Okay. Okay, I don't know how I feel about this just yet because it's going on. I would say that it's full coverage. Well, medium to full coverage. Seems to be covering pretty well. I don't know about the color just yet. It's a little orange-ish. I don't know. I don't know how I feel yet. I like it, the formula. I don't know how I feel about the color just yet. I also got a new microphone too, so let me know if it's too loud. Sorry to all my headphone users. I don't know if it's too loud. What? 3 pumps cover it really well. I think I can even get away with 2 pumps for my lighter days, lighter coverage days. Oh, am I kidding? I don't never do light coverage. I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but I'm trying to blend it down. Make sure everything is, you know, even. Hey. Okay. I'm gonna leave it alone. Go ahead and finish off the rest of your face and we'll be back. Alright, so I have on my contour, my highlight, everything. Oh no, it's not highlight. What am I trying to say? It's okay. Okay, so, let me try to get my words together. This foundation is good. I like the formula. However, when it says that it is matte, what does it say it's matte? Does it say that it's matte? It doesn't say that it's matte. It just says full coverage foundation. I say it's a medium to full. It's buildable. Yeah, it lays on the skin. It lays on the skin. It doesn't really sink into the skin. So I don't know. Okay, so what do I want to say? Do I want to give a full review right now? Okay, you know what? No, I'm gonna wait till later. We're gonna come back on in a few hours, and we're gonna talk more about it after I've gone out into the world. And you know, it's sunny outside right now, so the sun hits my face and this hair is not acting right. It's making me mad. Ooh, but look at them curls though. It's the way my hair is cut in the front, look. Feeling right now. Ooh. Okay, anyways, back to the video. Okay. We'll talk more about it later. Like I said, after I've gone out, the sun hits, we'll see, you know, if it plays nice throughout the day, how it acts in a few hours. One thing that I will say though, it doesn't mention that if it's matte. Oh, it's so okay. So it says it's soft matte long wear liquid foundation. So it's not soft matte. I have had matte foundations in the beginning. I mean, in time, and I have never had a problem blending out my contour, my highlight. I mean my contour and my concealer, and I had a really tough time. Like I had to go between back and forth with beauty blenders and brushes back and forth to blend out this contour. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's still kind of like a harsh line. You can still see the lines. Oh my god. Oh. And like I have blended into my hands, started to cramp. I have never had that problem before. So this foundation is something that you have to like move quickly with it, because if you don't, and you know, you go ahead and you take your sweet time and you let it set into your skin or on top of your skin, and then you put on your contour and your concealer, it's going to be hard to blend it out. So you have to move very quickly if you're going to wear this foundation. That is the only thing that is kind of iffy to me right now. So far so good. I like it. So far we're good. And the color, I was kind of iffy about the color in the beginning, but I think once I did everything that I had to do, the color is okay. I definitely feel like I could have went a shade down. I got Warm Sun 106. On the website it is described as a golden with yellow undertone. So I thought that that was, you know, that it would be a right fit for me. But I'm thinking that this is a little, but all of the other ones are like pink and beige undertones, and I'm kind of, I don't have pink or beige undertones, so I'm kind of scared of those. But I have it on. Once I did everything that, you know, put everything on top of it, everything seems to be, ugh, that line. It's like, look, do you see that? Do you see that? Wait, do you see that? And then it's so harsh. I mean, look at that. I'm gonna go and try to blend this out more, and then I will see you. Yeah, it's too close to me. I'll go and try to blend this out a little more. Alright guys, we are back. We left I want to say like 1:45. Yeah, 1:45 is a good time. I say 12:30, 12:40, something like that. And it is now 6:11. So we've had it on for about 5.5, 6 hours. Well, more like 5.5 hours we've had it on. Still looks pretty much the same even after I ended the video with you guys. The first time I went and I tried to blend out, we talked about this lines, it wasn't happening. So we had to go out looking like this. This side was okay. You still see a little bit, but it's not as bad as this side. This side right here, I just tried to, you know, put the hair. It's okay, we survived. Now, one thing that I will say is under my eyes, it cracked really bad. This eye was running a lot, but normally if I take like a beauty blender or something with me and just like pat it out, it'll kind of, you know, keep it intact. But this foundation cracked a lot. Like, let me turn my lights down so you guys can see. Just a little bit. See if you guys can see that. Do you see that? I'll be in focus. Okay, I think like all right here. The foundation is gone. So I think even with the light on, you can still see it. Yep. This side of my eye is cracked a little bit, but only if I pull it down. If like this, it's fine. But once I pull down, you can see like the little cracks, and it's pretty much creasing. And I think that it's creasing because the foundation is so dry. And then because I already have dry skin as it is. So I see, but I like matte. Even though I have dry skin, I like matte foundations. I don't like dewy, I don't like luminous, I don't like looking greasy, and I don't like it, you know. But I think that this foundation is so matte it can't settle in. It can't settle inside my skin. It sits on top. So as time went on with this eye running, you know, me going with my beauty blender and like patting it out wasn't working to like, you know, keep everything intact and keep it looking, oh, you know, decent. It's still creasing. It creased a lot to where pretty much all of this right here is gone foundation wise. Like you can see bare skin now. So I think I would still use this foundation because I think that it's an okay foundation. I mean, it's I want to say that it retails for about $13 before taxes and shipping and all that. So I don't think it's bad. I think it's a good foundation. I will continue to wear it. Will I repurchase it? We'll leave that for later on in the future, you know, if I ever have a problem with it. Only problems I have is now I know that, you know, if my eye runs and I try to go and pat it out with a beauty blender, that it's gonna crease and look all nasty and gunky like that. I'm not okay with that. And the fact that it is so dry. Look at my pores. I mean, my skin looks still looks good. You know, my texture isn't coming through. Pores aren't, you know, peeking through. My the primer and my like moisturizer, my base before my foundation did a really good job of protecting, you know, texture from coming through, hyperpigmentation, and you know, all that extra stuff. And the foundation lays on top of the skin pretty good. The only thing is under the eye creased really bad, so now it looks gunky and, you know, just not pretty. And then the fact that it is so dry and it dries very quickly. Like I said earlier, you have to move very quickly when you're using this foundation, because when I typically use liquid contour and concealer. So when I was going in and I'm like trying to blend it out, it's like buffing and blending and having to go back and forth between a brush and a beauty blender. I have never had to do that before, but now I'm having to because this foundation dries so quickly. So it's like if you want to work with it, you gotta put it on and, you know, you gotta hurry it up. You can't be, you know, messing around. You gotta move. So I think next time, if and when I wear this foundation, I'll go in with powder contour, and I'll just work with the concealer and blend it in the best way that I can. And maybe, I don't know, and just try to use extra setting spray so it won't be so dry. Like, you know, my highlight still shining through, you know, so I don't look too bad. Color is fine, you know. In the first house, I don't know, but once I had, you know, put everything on top, blended it out, set it, we're good to go. This whole creasing under the eye and this thing with these harsh lines, homegirl not feeling it. So, but I got some tips and some tips and some tricks. So if you're like me and you have dry skin and you want to try this, I don't think it's soft matte. I think it's a little too matte for my liking, for my skincare, for my skin type. I think if you're more on the oily side, you may, you know, maybe not have so much to work with because you have oily skin. But if you're someone who has dry skin and then you go in with this, you definitely need, you know, like a very illuminating primer or base before you put this on top, and keep your face nice and hydrated. My skincare routine normally works good with any foundation that I've ever used. I don't do dewy, I don't do luminous. I always do matte foundations, and I've never had a problem with blending anything out or creasing under my eyes. But with this, I'll just have to, you know, work with it, play around with it. It's definitely worth playing around with and trying different products with it. It's not something that, you know, like I said, I don't like and I'm going to throw it away. No, I would definitely wear it again. And, you know, just play around with different products and see what it plays nice with, what it doesn't play nice with. Change up the routine a little bit when I use this. That's all. Overall, it's a pretty good foundation. I mean, 5.5 hours, not really long wear. You know, maybe there may be a situation where I can wear it a little bit longer. But I think 5.5 hours, I don't, you know, like I said, no texture is peeking through, no hyperpigmentation. Everything seems to be good. It didn't settle into my fine lines over here. It didn't crease on my chin, on my mustache. Double chin still looking good. So I think it's, you know, pretty long wearing. Coverage is awesome. Especially have a little bump right here. Well, on this side. Yeah. A little bump right here. Cover it up fine. Naturally flawless. I mean, oil controlling, definitely ain't no oil getting in here. This thing is, with this being a matte foundation and me having dry skin, is no moisture. So like I said before, we have to play around with different products and make sure that my skin is not dried and all caked up and all this stuff is going on, what's going on right now. You know, just switch some things around to match with what this foundation needs and my skin needs. And then lightweight feel, definitely. I've definitely played around with different foundations in the past where I feel I could smell it. The smell is so strong. It's like every time the wind blows in it hits my face, it's like, alright, I'm wearing foundation. I don't like that. Like you smell, look here. You smell the SPF and no, I don't get this. Definitely like feeling, you know, when I touch my face or rub something against my face, it don't come off on my t-shirt. You know, it's so I mean, overall, I'll give this, you know, I give it. Anyways, thank you if you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys have the rest of your evening. Have a good rest of your evening. Oh, that feels good.